Hello and welcome once again, friends. My name is Gerald, pastor of Innovate Christian Community Church in Kannapolis, North Carolina. Wherever you're from, welcome. We're glad that you're here and that you're joining us. We are on here for our daily reading of the Psalms. This is the first time you've been with us. This is something we've been doing since Easter or around that time. And as always, our hope is just that it blesses and encourages you who are listening, me who gets to read it and see what it is that God is saying to us through His Word. Tonight's psalm is Psalm 82. It is entitled Rescue the Weak and Needy. God has taken His place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods He holds judgment. How long will you judge unjustly and show partiality to the wicked? Give justice to the weak and the fatherless. Maintain the right of the afflicted and the destitute. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. They have neither knowledge nor understanding. They walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I said, You are gods, sons of the Most High. All of you, nevertheless, like men you shall die, and fall like any prince. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for you shall inherit all the nations. So here we have, historically looking at what the Jews would have read this as God taking counsel over all of the leaders of the nations of the day. Now, sometimes in Jewish history, they would look at leaders and call them gods in the sense of human leaders, kings, rulers, judges. And here the Asaph decides to use the term gods for them, little g. So they aren't great beings like the Father God, like the Creator God. Let's get that out of the way. But here he is asking them, how long will you judge unjustly and show partiality to the wicked? As you look around us today and look at other nations, look at our nation, how well are we fighting for the cause of the fatherless and the weak and the needy? How well are we doing? And are we, as the church, looking to our kings and rulers to make policy to do it, or shall it be the church's job to be doing it? I believe it's the church's job. I believe that when Jesus came, we can see from his example, he came to the weak. He came to the fatherless. He didn't come to set up government. He didn't come to set up a new leadership. He came to serve. And he was an adversary to the religious leaders and the upperclassmen of that time because of that. He hung out with those that were deemed outcast by the church or by the religious leaders of that time. He touched and healed the lepers. He healed the sick. He fed thousands of people. And he tells us that whenever we have done this to the least of these, then we have done it to him. And then he also gives us that warning that if we don't do it to the least of these, then we can face judgment because of it. So how are you doing? How is your church doing? How are you as part of the church working to help the weak and the needy? And sometimes we look at ourselves and we say, what can I do? I'm just one person. Well, friends, you can do a lot. There are plenty of organizations around us that are doing good work. There are churches around us that are doing good work, that need help, physically and financially. And so I challenge you to look at yourself and say, how am I helping the weak and the needy? And what can I do to help them? How can I answer that command of God to do good to those in need? Friends, as always, I pray that it's been a blessing and encouragement, and maybe give you a little bit of challenge to look into yourself, to challenge yourself, to give more, whether that be money, whether that be time, whether that be physical needs, whatever it is. You seek the Lord and see what He puts on your heart. But know that if we're calling ourselves Christians, we are to live and do like Christ did. Friends, as always, I pray that you have a wonderful evening. We'll be back on here again tomorrow evening for you. Have a blessed day.